demonstrate how a user will interact with my Sinatra web-based app, Movement Mixer. This app allows users to design and manage custom personalized workout routines. The user will fork and clone the repo and cd into the appropriate directory for this project. They will run the command rake db seed in order to seed the database with some dummy data. In the seeds file, I have created some dummy data. I've created a user instance with the name of Jenna to represent myself. And I called the movements getter method on this routine on this user instance to return the array of exercise movement instances belonging to the user. And off of this array, I called the active record create method to create 2 exercise movement instances of a squat and a push-up that are immediately saved to the database and associated to the user who is including those movements, who created those movements and is including those movements in its workout routine. So a new user will then run the command shotgun. They will go to localhost 9393, which is the root route, which is the root of my website. And if they're new to the application, they have the opportunity to click the register or sign up links that will direct them to the page that displays the sign up form. Or if they are already part of the application, a member of the app community, they can just click the login link. But in this case, we're going to register a new user. So it's important to note that a user instance has 3 required attributes. In the user class, I included validations for the name and email attributes of the user instance. And the has secure password macro in the user class makes the password attribute mandatory as well. So a user instance cannot be successfully saved to the database if it's missing any of its values, of its attribute values for these attributes of name, email, or password, and the attribute values are retrieved from the user's form submission. When the user enters a value in the name, email, and password field, that value becomes an attribute value of the user instance. So in this case, if a user, let's say there's a user named Simon, and Simon doesn't fill in any of the other required form fields other than name. So when he registers, because a user needs all 3 attributes assigned, accordingly, Simon will get an error message. And the error message will alert him that he must fill in all 3 fields to successfully register. So let's say Simon registers this time, and his email is programmer@programmer.com, and his password is program. So he clicks the register button, and Simon has successfully registered for the application. He sees a welcome message printed out, and he is directed to the index page of all routines. So if there were routine instances saved in the database, this page would display a list of all workout routines created by all users, but no workout routine has been created. So if Simon wants to create a workout routine has 5 required attributes of name, training type, duration, difficulty level, and equipment due to active record validations added to the routine class. So if let's say user Simon wants to create an arms workout, and right now his arms have, the weakness of a fusilli noodle. So this is called the spaghetti arms workout. However, if user Simon didn't input any data for the other form fields for these required attributes of training type, duration, difficulty level, equipment, and he clicks create routine, the user will then be, redirected back to the page that displays the form to create a new workout routine, and he will see the warning message notifying him that he must fill in all of these required fields for the required attributes of a routine instance in order to successfully create a routine. So let's say, once again, spaghetti arms workout, it's a toning, the training type is toning, the duration is 20 minutes, the level is beginner, and the equipment is just some 3-pound dumbbells. Now, I created a nested form in order to create a new routine. I've created a nested form because when you create a new routine instance, you can automatically and simultaneously create new exercise movements to add to that routine. to immediately associate to the routine. So because the user ran the command rake db seed, they will see the seed data pop up here for in the checkboxes for the existing exercise movements. So Simon could potentially add a push-up or a bodyweight squat to his spaghetti arms workout. But let's say he doesn't want to do that and he just wants to create a new movement to add to his new workout routine. And let's say Simon, he wants to do a tricep extension. So tricep extensions is the name of the first movement. And let's say Simon doesn't fill in any of the other required form fields. A movement instance has required attributes of name, instructions, target area, reps, sets, modification, and challenge due to the validations added to the movement class. So if we click the Create Routine button, we are then redirected back to the form to create a new workout routine. We were unsuccessful in our attempt to create a new workout routine because we did not create a valid movement to add to the workout routine, since we had filled in some of the forms, but we had only partially filled in some of the fields to create that movement. So once again, the user receives an error message, and this time we are going to create a workout that works this time. Spaghetti arms workout, toning, 20 minutes. It's beginner. Equipment is just some 3-pound dumbbells. And this time we're going to, add all the fields. So tricep extension is the name of the movement. Tricep extensions. And I'm just going to type this out first while I think. Stand up. Okay, so for the instructions column in the movements table of my database, which corresponds to the instructions attribute of a movement instance, I gave this column values in this column have a data type of text as opposed to string in case a user needs more than 250 characters to describe an exercise movement. So in this case, the instructions for performing a tricep extension are to stand up straight with your feet hip width apart, holding a dumbbell in each hand with your elbows pointing forward and your upper arms framing your face. Lower the dumbbells together until they disappear behind your head. Squeeze your triceps as you fully extend your arms up toward the ceiling. Continue dipping the weights downward behind your head and lifting them straight up above you. So the target area is triceps, naturally. And this time Simon's going to do 8 reps per set. There are 3 sets. The modification is to use 1 weight instead of 2. And to make this more challenging, we're going to add tricep pulses between sets. So now that we've filled out all of the fields and left no required field blank, when we create the workout routine, we will get notified that we have successfully created a new workout routine. I used a flash message to create that, alert, to rather notify the user to alert them that they have been successful in creating a new workout. And we are redirected to the show page of the workout that was just created. And the URL for the show page was generated by taking the name attribute value of the movement instance, which is spaghetti arms workout, and we made the name all lowercase and replaced any spaces with hyphens. And we can see spaghetti arms workout is displayed. The workout routine is designed by Simon. The workout details, the training type is toning. The duration is 20 minutes. It's a beginner level. And the workout uses 3-pound dumbbells. So we can see in the workout sequence section, the movements included in that workout will be displayed. And we have the name attribute of the movement instance, which is tricep extensions, and the user will complete 3 sets of 8 reps. So we include the number of sets from the sets attribute of the movement instance, the number of sets of the number of reps, and that's the reps attribute value of the movement instance. Now, if we wanted to edit the routine, we could certainly do so. Let's say that Simon is working out really hard, and now instead of spaghetti arms, he has superhuman strength, and now he resembles Popeye the Sailor Man. So we're going to call this the Popeye Arms workout. So we're going to edit its name. It's still toning, but we're going to change it to strength and endurance. And now the workout's going to be 30 minutes. Instead of beginner, it's going to be an advanced workout. And we're going to use 10-pound dumbbells instead of 3. So we can see that we have still selected triceps as being, or triceps has been immediately filled in. The checkbox has been immediately filled in, rather. And let's say we created this workout, but we didn't want to include triceps. We would uncheck the box and click the Edit Routine button, and we would be redirected to the show page of the routine. We would get a notification saying that our workout routine was successfully updated. We could see that its name was updated, Popeye Arms Workout routine designed by Simon. The training type is now toning, strength, and endurance. It's 30 minutes. It's advanced. We're using heavier weights. We can see that there are no movements listed because we just removed that triceps extension workout. However, if we click Edit Routine again, and we check the triceps extension box, what happens is the value of the value property of the checkbox input tag will now be set equal to the @ID attribute value of the tricep extension movement instance. So when we submit the edit workout routine form, the ID value of the tricep extension movement instance will be sent through to the params hash, which will basically be telling us which existing movement instance needs to be included into the workout routine that we've created here. So we add tricep extensions back in, and this time we want to add some tricep kickbacks. Okay, and instructions. Okay, tricep kickbacks. Hinge forward at the hips while holding a dumbbell in each hand and maintaining a slight bend in the knees. Bend each elbow up at the side of the rib cage until your upper arms are parallel to the ground. Straighten your elbows, kicking your arms back to a fully extended position, and slowly bring them back to the starting stance. So we're working the triceps again. We're doing 12 sets. We'll do 12 sets of three sets of 12 reps. And to modify this movement, we're going to work one arm at a time. Okay. And to make this more challenging, as you extend your arms on the kickback, externally rotate. Forearms with palms facing up toward the ceiling. Okay. We click Edit, and we can now see that when we go to the show page for the workout routine, we can see that there are 2 movements included. There's a tricep extension, 3 sets of 8 reps, and tricep kickback, 3 sets of 12 reps, which we just programmed. Now, let's say we want to create a movement instead. So user Simon is still logged in, but let's say that Simon wanted to create a new movement, and he didn't know, let's say he hypothetically didn't know which routine he wanted to include this exercise movement in. So one of the options the user can do is they can go to the Create Movements form, and they will be able to create an exercise movement and have the option of which of their workout routines should include the new exercise, or they can create a new workout routine in which this exercise is performed. So let's say that Simon wants to do a bicep curl, but he doesn't fill in all of the required attributes for a bicep curl. If he clicks create exercise, he is unable to do so, and he is alerted that he must fill in all the required attributes for an exercise movement instance, which are the attributes up here. So if he finally does that correctly, bicep curl, the instructions are plant your feet firmly on the ground, keeping your arms close by your sides and gripping a dumbbell in each hand, while your arms remain stationary. Bend your elbows and pump your bicep as you raise the weights up to shoulder level. Slowly lower the weights, extending your arms all the way down as you create your own resistance. Repeat. Okay. Okay. Target area is biceps. This time we're going to do 2 sets of 12 reps per set. Modification is to use lighter weights. And to make this more challenging, we're going to add a squat, because why not? All right. So let's say we want to include this. We want to include this exercise movement in the Popeye Arms workout routine that user Simon has created. So we can check off that box, create exercise, and we will be told that your exercise movement was successfully created. Bicep curls, exercise movement designed by Simon. We will have the instructions, the target area, the number of reps, the number of sets, the modification, and the challenge. And if we go to the workout, we know that the URL for the workout is just routines/the slug name of the workout of Popeye Arms workout. If we go to that, we should see that bicep curls is now included in that workout routine's sequence of movements. Correct. Popeye Arms workout sequence, tricep extensions, tricep kickbacks, and bicep curls, which is the movement we just created. Now, we can edit this exercise. We could create potentially a new workout routine. So if user Simon wanted to include the bicep curls in another exercise, he can create a new routine. But if he doesn't include the required attributes for the new routine, we will get a notification telling him that you must fill in all of the fields for a new workout routine to create a new workout routine in which to perform your exercise that we were editing in this edit form. And the edit form URL is the localhost 9393/movements, the ID attribute value of the movement instance we're editing /edit. So let's call this just a bicep workout. The training type is toning. The duration is just 10 minutes. And it's a medium, it's medium difficult. And the equipment, we're just going to say weights. So we edit the exercise. Your exercise movement was successfully updated and is now included in a brand new workout routine. So we went, if we go to routines /bicep workout, might be biceps, bicep workout. And if the user is logged in, the user can go to the index of all workout routines, and he should see Popeye Arms workout and bicep workout are displayed in the index of all workout routines created by all users. And if he went to movements, the index of all movements, the user should see that push-up and bodyweight squat were created by user Jenna from the dummy data, and he himself has added the tricep extensions, the tricep kickbacks, and the bicep curls. So this localhost 9393/movements, is from our index action, where we are displaying an archive of all exercise movements created by all users. So in this case, let's say, a user Simon, he goes to his routine and he thinks it's kind of redundant because he already has a bicep, he already has an arm workout. So user Simon can go to the show page for his routine, and he can certainly delete the routine. And he'll click the delete routine button. The routine will be deleted. The delete routine button is really a form that's going to be sent to the delete. There's a delete action in our controller, and the user will then be sent back to the archive, the index of all routine instances. They'll be notified that your routine instance was successfully deleted, and we can see that the routine of bicep workout was no longer listed in the archive of all workout routines. It's no longer listed here. So much in a similar fashion, if we go to the Popeye Arms workout and we see that there's, here's our workout sequence of tricep extensions, tricep kickbacks, and bicep curls, we can click on the movement, and we have the option of editing a movement or deleting an exercise. And because the user is logged in, because this movement instance belongs to the Simon user instance, then we can delete this exercise. Once we do so, we are redirected back to the index of all movement instances. We are notified that our exercise movement was successfully deleted, and we can see that bicep curls is no longer listed. So now let's log out. A user can log out. We'll be redirected to the login page, and let's say that user Jenna wants to log in. So as I said, I've already created an account for myself, so I can log in. My password is currently love to code, but let's say I put in an incorrect password, like incorrect password, and I click login. I will get notified that I entered an invalid name and password combination. Please try logging in again, because I use authentication. I use the concept of authentication to ensure that a user is who they claim to be. So not only does the user have to exist with the name, but the user has to authenticate with the password. And I use password encryption in my database using the password digest column. And I use the authenticate method, which is provided by the active record had secure password macro. So right now, if I log in as Jenna and I input the correct password, love to code, I should be able to log in. And I get sent to the routines index page. I am greeted, instead of welcome Simon, it now says welcome Jenna. And I can refresh the page. Beautiful. Welcome Jenna, archive of all workout routines. I see that Popeye Arms workout, I can view a workout that was created by Simon. I see Popeye Arms workout was a workout routine designed by Simon. But let's say I try to edit Simon's routine. Simon's workout routine does not belong to me. So we'll see what happens. When I click edit routine, I will receive an error message. You are not authorized to edit a routine designed by a different user. I can still view the routine though. And if I click delete routine, you are not authorized to delete a routine designed by a different user. I used rack flash to show these flash messages. So I can still go to Popeye Arms workout in a similar fashion. I can click on a workout movement that Simon has created. The exercise movement is designed by Simon, tricep extensions. When I click edit exercise, it says you are not authorized to edit an exercise movement designed by a different user. Before it redirects me to the index page of all exercise movements. If I try to delete an exercise movement designed by a different user in a similar fashion, I get another message: you are not authorized to delete an exercise movement designed by a different user. So there are ways to verify that the user is who they claim to be, and a user is not allowed to modify the data that has been created by a different user. So I'm not allowed, as user Jenna, I am not allowed to edit nor delete a workout routine, nor an exercise movement that has been designed by the user named Simon. So let's say I want to create my own routine, and let's say I want to create a routine called burn and firm at the bar. Toning, duration is going to be 30 minutes. This is an advanced workout. And the equipment is a ballet bar, chair, or countertop. because I enjoy ballet. So let's start mixing up some moves. Choose basic exercise movements from the list below. Even though Simon has created these workout moves, and even though I, as user Jenna, am not allowed to edit these workout moves, nor am I allowed to delete these workout moves, I can still incorporate them. I can still incorporate these workout moves into my workout. So right now, if I create a routine, burn and firm at the bar, workout routine designed by Jenna, I can see the workout details are toning, 30 minutes, advanced, the equipment used is a ballet bar, chair, or countertop, and I can see that Simon's workout movements are included in my routine, and they can be included in my routine as long as I don't edit them or delete them, which I am unable to do. I'm barred from editing or deleting these movements. I can still view them, but I can't edit them. See, I'm not authorized to edit an exercise movement designed by a different user. So it's still included in my workout, but let's say I want to edit the routine and I want to add a couple more movements. So I'm going to add plie and releve. My instructions are starting from a parallel stance with feet hip width apart. Draw your heels together with toes pointing outward as if they're hovering around a large slice of pizza. Raise yourself up onto the balls of your feet with heels glued together and elevated a few inches off the ground, like 2 to 3 inches, while maintaining upright posture. Bend the knees and lower your body. Slowly ascend back to the starting position. The target area is going to be my quads. Number of reps per set, 15 reps per set. There are 3 sets. And to modify this movement, to make it easier, I'm going to, don't releve all the way up onto tiptoes. Also work in a smaller range of motion. And to make it more challenging, I'm going to descend all the way down to your heels and add a plyometric jump. I can edit this routine. Your workout routine was successfully updated. Burn and firm at the bar. The workout routine was designed by Jenna. Its training type is toning. It's 30 minutes long. It's an advanced workout, ballet bar, chair, or countertop. And I included 2 of Simon's movement and 1 of my own movement, plie in a releve position. And I can edit this exercise. I can say that, it's not only working my quads, but it's working my calves. And I can click Edit Exercise. And that will, from the edit page, I now am back to the show page for the movement. And I can see the target area, it's working my quads and calves. I can go back to the, routines. If I go to routines, I can now see the index page. There are all routines created by all users. This routine was created by Simon, the Popeye Arms workout. Burn and firm at the bar was created by me, user Jenna. So if I go to Burn and firm at the bar and I edit the routine, I can actually change the title of that. I can call it Ballet Bonanza. And I will have updated that routine. If I go to the routines page, Ballet Bonanza. Exactly. And I am free to add a couple more movements to my routine if I want. I can add a curtsy lunge. Get sent to the show page. Curtsy lunge. Whoops, I spelled that wrong, so I can edit the exercise. Curtsy lunge. Edit exercise. Curtsy lunge, exercise movement designed by Jenna. Starting from a parallel stance with feet shoulder width apart, take a giant step backward with your right leg, crossing it diagonally behind your left leg. Bend your knees and descend until your supporting leg forms a perpendicular angle with the ground. Descend slowly back to the starting position. Repeat alternating sides. It's going to work the quads and the glutes. We're going to complete 2 sets of 10 reps. The modification is don't lunge as deeply. The challenge is to add a knee raise, leg extension, or a side kick at the top of the range of motion. And let's say I want to add one more exercise to my workout. I can, for starters, if I clicked edit on this exercise movement, I can actually incorporate it into a different workout. So I'm going to create a workout for it called, I'm going to create a workout called ballerina workout. And it is toning and cardio. The duration will be 15 minutes. The difficulty level will be easy. And the equipment will just be a sturdy piece of furniture. I can edit this exercise by adding it to a new workout, and I am alerted that your exercise movement was successfully updated and is now included in a brand new workout routine. And if I go to routine/ballerina workout, I can now see that ballerina workout includes my curtsy lunge. So if I go back to my workout that was called Ballet Bonanza, I can then edit one last movement. I can edit, I don't want it to include tricep kickbacks and tricep extensions. I only want it to include the plie, the curtsy lunge, and the final movement of the deli slicer. Place your left forearm down on the bar, down on the ballet bar, aligning your elbow directly out from your shoulder. Lift your right leg straight out to the side, internally rotating it and forming a long line with your shoulder, hip, and toes while maintaining a gentle bend in your supporting leg. Flex your right foot as you bend your right knee forward toward your upper torso, and then directly extend it back out to the side. This is going to work my hamstrings, my glutes, and obliques. It's going to be 15 reps per set. There's going to be 3 sets. And we're going to, we're going to increase tempo. For the challenge, we're going to increase the tempo. We're going to bend my supporting leg deeper as the other leg extends to the side. And as a modification, don't lunge as deeply. Cool. So the deli slicer movement has been added. Place your left forearm down on the bar, aligning your elbow directly out from your shoulder. Lift your right leg straight out to the side, internally rotating it and forming a long line with your shoulder, hip, and toes, while maintaining a gentle bend in your supporting leg. Flex your right foot as you bend your right knee toward your upper torso, and then directly extend it back out to the side. The target area is glutes, hamstrings, glutes, and obliques. The number of reps per set, 15 reps per set. There are 3 sets. And modification, whoops, there's a typo there. The challenge is to increase the tempo, bend your supporting leg deeper as the other leg extends to the side, and we can edit the exercise to fix the modification. The modification is just to, the modification will just be to, don't lunge as deeply. Edit exercise. And now I can see that my movement was successfully updated. I am alerted on the show page for the deli slicer. I can log out. If I try logging in as some random user, I will see that I have entered an invalid name and password combination. I can try logging back in, not as Jenna, but as Simon. and Simon's password was just program. I can log in, and now Simon can see that he sees the archive of all workout routines, the index action to display all workouts created by all users, Pop Aram's Ballet Bonanza and Ballerina workout. If he goes to Ballet Bonanza and he tries to edit it, he cannot because he's not authorized to do so because this workout routine was designed by a different user. If he clicks on the deli slicer movement, if he tries to delete this exercise or edit it, he will see that he once again is not authorized to delete an exercise movement designed by a different user. But he is redirected to the archive, the index page of all exercise movements created by all users, and he himself has created a tricep kickback. And because this movement belongs to him, he can delete the movement. He's notified his movement was successfully deleted, and he's redirected once again to the list of all exercise movements designed by all users. He can see that the movement that we just deleted, let's see, tricep kickbacks, has been removed from the list because we have deleted it. So in conclusion, that is my workout app. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen, and I hope you enjoyed.